If you do not take care of yourself, there is no guarantee that those kids are going to step up and take care of you in the years that you need them to. How y'all doing this morning? This is week 2, day 4 of my regaining my health and wealth training, exercise, movement, whatever you want to call it. It's all that. Today I want to share a story with you guys. About a week ago, I picked up a relative of mine. He began to share with me his frustration with his children. He was thinking that I better put away some money and stay as healthy as I can to take care of myself, because I don't think that my kids are going to be up for the challenge. I'm actually making it sound better than the way he presented it to me. But while I was, on my morning walk, I began to think about that. There are a lot of people who will tell you, focus on your goal. What is the end game? And most of the time they're telling you, who are you doing it for? What is your purpose? What is the reason? What's your go-to? All of that, right? And what they're basically saying is, think about your family. And the people say, well, I do it for my family. Why do it to leave a legacy, generational wealth for my kids? I do it for my kids. I do it for my family. All that sounds beautiful. Yeah, it sounds real good. And a lot of people will tell you that. But what I'm hearing from my family member is that he don't know if he really can count on his kids being there for him when the time comes. And he's not the first one that I've heard say this. The great Les Brown has mentioned that jokingly, but he has mentioned that as well about, well, you never know with Les Brown. I mean, when he's telling you in the joke, a lot of times he's serious about what he's saying. But he was saying something of the same thing, that he don't believe that he can count on his kids, later on when it's time to. So he was like, I'm trying to stay as healthy as possible and provide for myself now so that I have the resources to look after me when the time comes, because I don't know if I can rely on these kids of mine. And that's essentially what this relative of mine was saying. And as I said, I was thinking about that. And a lot of people will sell you on that. A lot of people will sell you on, do this and think about your family. Think about your kids. That needs to be your go-to to do what you're doing. Nobody talks about the downside of that. About you work 60 years, buy a home, pay it off, put food in your children's belly, send them to school, and the minute that you pass away, they lose the home because they moved out of town and wasn't keeping up with the paperwork and the taxes. And them people swoop in and take the home. They don't talk about that. Or they don't talk about Big Mama leaving the house, but doesn't leave it in anybody's name. And now there's fighting and the family just gets torn apart, self-destructing behind the property. And ultimately, the property is sold for pennies on the dollar. But you worked all your life. Your go-to, your reason for doing what you're doing was for your kids. People, if you are in your 40s, your 50s, your early 60s, about to transition into your retirement years, it is about time that you start looking at taking care of yourself. A lot of us don't like to do it. I get it. Part of you feel like you're being selfish. You feel like that's not the right thing to do. Who told you that? If you do not take care of yourself, there is no guarantee that those kids are going to step up and take care of you in the years that you need them to. So I get what Les Brown is saying. This man here has beaten cancer over the last 20-something years, man. That's impressive. And he just reached his 80th birthday. He goes to the gym and he does what he can to keep healthy. That to me is the ticket. That's the goal. The goal should be to take care of yourself as you creep an inch toward your golden years, so that when that time does come, you will be in the best health and shape that you can be in, that you're mobile, mentally you're clear, and the body just gives out, and it's your time to transition, you know. But to be in your mid 50s, early 60s, and all of a sudden you suffer a financial, well, not a financial, you suffer a health crisis that makes you unable to take care of yourself or no longer work, and you did not only save anything for that time, but everything that you have is tied up into that real estate that everybody told you is where your money's at. And to top that off, now you need nursing care because you want to stay in your home. And that's going to be expensive. And you might end up having to put a lien or take out a second mortgage on a home if it's paid for, so that you can be able to get the type of care that you need and stay in your home and not end up in a nursing home. Those are some serious concerns and some things that really a lot of people don't like to talk about, particularly people who look like me and are not very wealthy. We have a tendency to live in the moment for today. We work hard, we play hard, we eat hard, we drink hard. And then one day, standing over that grill in the backyard, smoking and drinking your favorite whatever, you suffer a massive heart attack and you out of here at 54, at 45. Now the house is gone because it ain't paid off. Now the kids got to get out there and fend for themselves. But you say you was doing it for the kids. Man, look here, man. Ain't no guarantee them kids is going to take care of you when you get old. So you need to be selfish. You need to be selfish in making sure that you eat right, that you get enough sleep, that you get the daily workout, the cardio, the strength training. Because there are no guarantees, man, that what you're investing into your family, you're going to get a return in the future. I just wanted to share that story with you all. Maybe that message resonated with somebody this morning and they needed to hear that. So I hope it will, land where it needs to land. I'm Jay Lewis. And as always, take care of yourself and fam. Always take care of your people. God bless. I'm out.